So we have something going on here today. We have a Pokemon scalping grifter who decided to go ahead and try to throw shots at original paradigms. So let's see what he has to say.
Pokemon YouTube is popping off right now. Kira made a very interesting video about this guy who made a video about us, and it's an interesting topic, so I thought we'd talk about it. We're going to cover a lot of fun little things. OnlyFans, hypocrisy, friendship. It's gonna be a nice beefy video. So this whole thing started with this guy. He was like criticizing OF girls for advertising their content online by opening Pokemon cards, you know, with this evil scheme of getting children on their page. And I made a video basically saying, you know, I don't necessarily think that's fantastic for the world, comma, you're a sneakerhead grifter who jumps between, you know, this, that, whatever. He was on sneakers when that was hot, and now he's into Pokemon all of a sudden.
That's funny. Now let's see if he's a sneakerhead grifter, if he wants to call that out. So he has been pretty much uploading videos for well over a year now. He actually is definitely not a sneakerhead grifter because he looks like he's been... Nah, he's definitely not a sneakerhead grifter. I don't know why he called him that, but yep, that's not gonna work, buddy.
And I was just saying, you know, hey, it's kind of hypocritical to be like, oh, OF girls are grifters, and then you're doing the same thing.
If we're gonna criticize OF models for putting Pokemon in their content, thumbnails, videos, etc., well, again, you're using the OnlyFans models to promote your content.
But he's actually crediting the OnlyFans models. You gotta understand that. Whether you like this or not, dude, you're kind of sounding stupid at this point. I'm gonna keep listening to what you have to say because he did give them a shout out. If you actually watched the whole video, he actually gave him a shout out. Like, he literally gave them a shout out.
Natalie Roche is in both thumbnails of your videos. She comes up multiple times in video form, photo form, and just name dropping form. Like, you talk about Natalie Roche more than you talk about PokeRev.
But before we get into it, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, Upside.
You're doing the same thing.
And then simultaneously being upset that they put, like, you know, themselves in thumbnails, which God forbid you put a picture of yourself in a thumbnail. And then ironically, he puts the girls in his thumbnails to build viewership. So we're criticizing the OF girls for putting themselves in the thumbnail.
These videos have over 1 million.
I mean, it's called criticism. Everybody has the right to criticism and freedom of speech, right?
Views, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm putting her in the thumbnail again for this specific video.
Because it's actively promoting their content, which we're going to talk about that because I'm going to say alleged content. But then he is doing the same thing. It's fascinating. Now here's what's really interesting. At no point, and Kira reviewed a ton of videos as well, and she talks about that in her video, but I also reviewed them. And at no point do any of these girls that he pictures in his video, his expose video, at no point do any of them advertise anything other than opening Pokemon cards. This is an example of a man who, I don't want to use the word sexist, but I think I am because I think it's factually true.
Ad hominem attack number 1.
People like this guy, when they see a girl on the internet wearing maybe a low-cut shirt,
some questionable outfits, and
I mean, I'm wearing no sleeves at all. Am I a slut? But you see
an ugly fucking one.
people like this guy criticizing girls for wearing certain clothes in a certain way, and his automatic response is, oh, they must be OnlyFans models. It's a slippery slope to fall down because ironically, at no point, like I said, do any of these girls actually mention OF at all. Some of them, maybe they have it. Maybe I have it. I don't advertise OF any more than these girls do, but I might have one, who knows? Maybe he has one. The funny thing is, he is advertising their content better than they are because the average person that stumbles upon an attractive girl opening Pokemon cards, they're gonna go, oh, it's a hot girl opening Pokemon cards. Well, now if they watch your video, they're gonna go, oh, she's an OnlyFans model too, awesome. Now I can watch both pieces of content. But
Bruh, and he all, bruh, you are so stupid. Before he even gets to the rest of it, because I don't think he actually watched the full video. The point about it is he got triggered by this video by something that Paradigm said, but he did not actually watch the full video. Check this out.
In the community. But let me know, do you follow any of these Pokemon influencers? I'm not saying everyone who makes Pokemon content is bad. I think it's just this over-the-top, yelling in your face content that is pushing all of the problems that are already there and making it worse for the community. And if you like this style of content, make sure you subscribe to Natalie Roche, because obviously she's the best Pokemon creator in the community. What do you think, buddy? Do you have anything to say? Thanks.
And that's the crazy part. You literally talking about he's bashing him, but yes, he have every right to criticize him, but at the same time, he credit the woman. So what are you complaining about, dude? You just making yourself nothing but a dumbass at this point. Like, seriously.
and so that's obviously hilarious, because it's like he's actually advertising for them, because at no point do they ever mention OF at all. Maybe some have one. Maybe it's hidden in some link to some link tree to some page, maybe. But again, maybe I have one too. Maybe freaking PokeRev has one. It's a slippery slope. It's a very sexist slippery slope to see a girl, attractive, not attractive, wearing no sleeves or wearing sleeves. It's a scary slope where we as men on the internet just go, oh, she must be an OF model. Very interesting take on that. And somewhere in his video, he uses, people like to pretend to use big boy words or big girl words. We're not sexist here. They pretend to use words like, oh, he's using an ad hominem.
Ad hominem. This is when someone attacks the person instead of addressing the argument.
Basically, he was saying I was attacking his personal character in my last video because I was giving genuine criticism. I was just saying, hey, you know, if you're going to criticize these girls for allegedly advertising content that may or may not exist, well, you should criticize yourself for doing the same thing.
Dude, general criticism is about actually talking about and criticizing what he think and what he disagrees with. You're literally talking about what he said as far as ad hominem attacks when you literally call him sexist. Secondly, you tried to call him.
So he made this video reacting to my video, essentially calling me a tourist, and he actually defends the OnlyFans girls.
You literally called this dude a freaking terrorist without even calling him a terrorist, when everybody knows that when you call people a tourist, it basically means terrorist, dude. You're throwing freaking ad hominem attacks at him without even freaking actually thinking about the whole video in perspective. Honestly, in my opinion, you need to apologize to him, because seriously, you could literally get sued for what you said about him, because that is called defamation of character.
But before we get into it, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, Ups.
And it's not an attack on personal character, it's an attack on factual behavior.
No, it's attack on personal character, you dumbass.
So I thought that was a really funny comment too. I don't know, it's people on the internet are funny, guys, they really are.
So are you.
At no point did I or Kira ever say we support OF in any way, shape, or form. At no point did we say that was an okay way to advertise it. But the fact of the matter is, the only person here, including these girls who you're just taking content from, completely out of context perhaps, at no point did any of them mention OF. You're the only one that did.
Bro, you're just completely talking word salad.
It's fascinating. There's a very good chance that 1/10, 1/2, none. Very good chance that, you know, some of these girls in your videos, they don't have anything. They're girls that are attractive to some people and they wear clothes.
Some questionable outfits, some questionable.
Bruh. Do you understand what the word context clues mean? There's so much context clues behind this outfit alone.
Questionable outfits.
And like, none of them are doing anything wrong.
Bruh. Context clues. Context clues.
That's the fascinating thing. It doesn't
Bruh, these are basic bitches that's just pretty much with context clues written all over their face.
matter whether or not they have this or that.
Some questionable outfits and
It's just they're living. I mean, you dig through anyone's links and pages, you might find something you don't agree with, but it's fascinating. If I was one of the girls that are featured in this guy's video, which, by the way, he is absolutely using to get clicks and views.
Let me tell you about today's video.
Okay, so he has a right to actually criticize videos. Everybody react to videos. It's nothing new.
Sponsor Ups.
Just like he's
And what is up with that upside? Dude, you gotta focus. You really gotta do better with your snips.
alleging they do. If any of these girls don't have the content that he's alleging they have, I hope they go after him legally, because it's ridiculous.
Well, they can't, because he's crediting them.
Again,
He can go after you though.
and if we were in a perfect world where everything was even Steven, and you saw me opening packs sleeveless, because apparently you can't do that, and you're like, oh, he must be a male model. It's like, I'm flattered.
You expect us to believe that shit?
I really am. I could probably make a lot more money on OF than I do opening Pokemon cards. I don't have the patience
You got jokes.
to pretend to be excited about my 10th Charizard I pull. But what a world it'd be if people just assumed based on some clothes I was wearing while I talked about Pokemon. And I think too, going back to the children's part, he brought Kira's kids into it, which was a very odd take, very odd choice. When you are a YouTuber and you're criticizing something
Wait, hold up.
odd
You got your hand on your hip? That's a little bit sassy, dude.
take, very odd choice. When you are a YouTuber and you're criticizing something, especially in the world of like adult content, no matter what you say, if you bring someone's children into it, it's beyond cringe. It's honestly terrifying, sounds extreme. It's worrisome.
Okay, first and foremost, he didn't say anything about people's children. He literally just stated what he thought about the situation.
Young kids are getting caught in this mess at an early age, and it's borderline predatory behavior. It's insane that some of the most respected creators in the Pokemon community who have kids of their own genuinely think this way. No matter
And ain't that something? He didn't actually attack people's children. He didn't mention or attack people's children. He just stated it. God damn, dude. He's not talking about anything whatsoever as far as attacking other people's children. What the? Hold up. I want to rehear this again. Because seriously.
YouTuber and you're criticizing something, especially in the world of like adult content, no matter what you say, if you bring someone's children into it,
He didn't bring nobody's children. He didn't mention anybody's fucking name. And that's the problem with you missed, dude.
it's beyond cringe. It's honestly terrifying, sounds extreme. It's worrisome, for sure. Like to bring someone's children into it, like, oh, she's a bad mom, because it's a weird take, man.
And he never says nobody was a bad mom neither, dude. And you need to read your context clues. And this is what I'm talking about. You are literally trying to make this dude look like a bad guy. This video literally can get you sued because you're trying to accuse him for shit he didn't say.
That to me is like, as a father myself now, as of 3 months ago,
You put your own shit out here.
I automatically jump to, you probably don't have kids, so you don't get it. And if you continue the behavior you're on right now, you probably won't ever have kids, at least consensually.
Ad hominem attack number 3.
So I don't know, this is very odd. But yeah, back to the kids thing. Ultimately, Pokemon is not just this kids thing anymore. It's for adults too, clearly. I mean, most of the sales on my website are adults buying for themselves. Most of the viewers on YouTube, at least in my demographic, are adults. I mean, you think the people watching Cool Train Orion are children? No, it's a demographic thing. Now, Real Breaking Nate, Super Duper Danny, those folks, even PokeRev and Leonhart, those folks that have a way bigger child audience than like folks like me, Kira, Opossum Bud. So it always bothers me when people are like, oh, you're advertising to kids. It's like, well, probably not. If someone did have an OF they were advertising, which again, there's absolutely no proof that happened that this man provides, but if they did, to assume that they're, these predators that are advertising to children, it's like, well, I disagree. I think they're posting on the internet, which is for everybody, doing something that is for everybody, opening Pokemon cards. And if someone stumbles upon a link after searching actively, then, that's on them. If you're a Kim Kardashian fan and you watch her show and you do this and that, she's just an actress, whatever Kim Kardashian does for a living. But if you type in the right thing onto Google, you could see her doing something very different. You can see videos, leaked footage, whatever. I think she was like the first big leaked celebrity video. But like Sydney Sweeney too, like she's in the Housemaid or something, some new movie that came out.
Who gives a fuck?
And are we going to criticize her for advertising something that has nothing to do with the Housemaid? Like, I wouldn't.
Dude, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Honestly, you talking about all these other things, you're not getting straight to the point. Like, this is just boring and fucking my head up right now.
Be like, oh, that's an actress doing her job, and if you look around, you might find some other stuff. It's a very slippery slope to go down. So, I don't know. I found that really interesting. Friendship is another one that came up with Kira because this guy was like, oh, she's friends with scalpers. And I guess he meant me. First of all, I love Kira's content. I think she's a fantastic person. This is of no offense to her. I commented this on her video. We're not friends. At least in my definition, like friendship to me, it's a very intimate term. Like friendship, in my opinion, is if someone, I'm not going to say dies, but if someone like vanished from my life, like I never talked to them or engaged with them again, if she stopped posting forever. True friendship is when that would affect my daily life for a very long time. Like, I'm going to make up names here because my friends are not the influencer type, but like if my good friend James stopped talking to me forever, stopped showing up at my house, like that would very much affect my life. Like for months, maybe years, maybe forever, I don't know. Like that's a friend, like someone who vanished and then my life is significantly changed. There is no PokeTuber who, if they stop posting and DMing me forever, I'd be like, oh man, I wonder how they're doing. But like, there's nobody. In my life of 33 beautiful years, I have made maybe 10 friends. And people's definition of friendship, it's different for everybody. But
goddamn, bro.
To me, that's a very like intimate position. So to be like, oh, she's friends with scalpers, it's like, well, she said the same thing. Like, we're not friends. Like, we're homies.
It's literally the same fucking thing.
I don't know. Definition stuff. But again, someone like him who uses the term friendship so loosely, just like they use, they throw out children so loosely. It's someone that like I'm not convinced has a lot of friends, which is sad. We're in a loneliness epidemic, obviously. So I hope this guy can get friends, and one day if he wants to have kids, whatever. But people
And ad hominem attack number 4.
People that throw around those concepts so loosely are people that, to me, aren't familiar with those concepts. I don't know. Maybe quit putting OnlyFans models in your thumbnail, or girls that have nothing to do with OF that you're just assuming are models because they have big boobs.
He could do what he want. Like, seriously. He has every right to criticize him like I'm criticizing you.
Weird take. Be a lot of OnlyFans models at my gym. Like, I don't know. But, maybe stop advertising for their content, which may or may not exist. Stop doing that. Stop jumping from sneakers to, I don't know, crypto maybe, to Pokemon, and maybe next year to be Beyblades. Like, quit jumping from thing to thing and then defending it like a white knight. Like,
dude, you the only one up in this bitch white knighting for people right now. You white knighting for basic bitches. You literally fucking white knighting for Kira, and I don't even know who this chick is that you claim is not a friend. Seriously? You're the only one here white knighting for people. I'm just calling out the bullshit.
You can change your likes and dislikes all you want, but like, okay, I've never been involved with My Little Pony. There's a My Little Pony trading card game now. I had a friend whose roommate was a brony. Look that up if you want. But I've never associated with My Little Pony. If I started making My Little Pony content all of a sudden. And I started like defending it because My Little Pony, you know, whatever, it goes hyper viral and I start having opinions on it and calling people out and like white knighting for the original MLP fans. Like that would be, you know, that'd be grifting. And maybe all of a sudden I become a My Little Pony fan and it's genuine.
You know, it's funny that he talked about he's grifting when he literally started this fucking YouTube channel like about a year ago. And just looking at it, literally, he started this fucking video about a year ago. First video dropped not that long ago, over a year ago. Literally grifting. You're a hypocrite, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. One's okay. But if I went from My Little Pony to Beyblades to Hot Wheels, like whatever the next viral thing is, that's when a pattern starts appearing and it's like, nothing illegal about it. But when a pattern like that appears, you're gonna draw criticism because it's silly. You know, this guy, he's got a lot of views. He's got like 45,000 subscribers. Maybe just stick to the shoes. Go back to shoes. Right now.
But you called him a shoe grifter. He's been doing shoe videos longer than you. Literally longer than you've been fucking doing Pokemon scalp videos.
The shoe game, from what I understand, is like kind of weak. I guess it was hype and now it's like not as hype. But
shoe game ain't never fucking weak and ain't gonna stop no time soon. Especially when Jordans come out every damn year, it ain't stopping.
If you go back to making shoe videos now, then in like 2 to 5 years, that's usually the market cycle of Pokemon, you'll be like the biggest shoe creator out there because all of you guys jump to Pokemon and maybe OnlyFans if you need the money, or Beyblades, My Little Pony. You're jumping around somewhere, and maybe jump back into that pair of shoes. Maybe get in some Air Jordans, some Nike Air Max, and jump in those.
Dude, maybe you should clean your nose out because nobody want to see what's up in those nostrils, man.
And by the way, I think my shoes are pretty cool. My mom got these for me.
Oh, bro.
Aren't those rad? It's a little bit of pink. I call them my like kind of like a rainbow sherbet vibe.
Sassy.
Used to be a big sneakerhead. Maybe I'll make content. Yeah. In 2 to 3 years when sneakers come back, I'm going to start a sneakerhead channel. I'm actually going to stick with this channel because I'm already famous. But I'm just going to stop making Pokemon videos and I'm going to talk about sneakers. And
you're a scalper just like every other scalper, dude.
I'm going to criticize anyone with, you know, big biceps that opens boxes of shoes. And I'll be like, that guy's got really thick biceps. I bet he's a porn star.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think that's in my future. Or really nice hair. I mean, look at that hairline. Damn, I should be an OF model.
Good luck with that. Anyway, dude, how the hell are you gonna talk all that bullshit when you literally started your channel claiming that you made $7 million selling Pokemon cards? Like, seriously, man? You didn't even show proof that you did it while lying to your damn viewers that you made $7 million. You're a freaking grifter, and not only that, a scalper. Even looking at your damn website, dude, you ain't nothing but a scalper. Like, seriously, you talking all that shit, being a complete hypocrite behind your whole entire message. And he can sue you if he wanted to. So you might want to go ahead and apologize, dude, because seriously, I don't think you want to go down that road with him. Honestly. But anyway, if y'all want to check out his channel, y'all can. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. Shout out to Original Paradigm.